So, is this on?
I've always been a guy who's had demons.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with Eric Slamilton Hamilton.
Boom! I am exhausted. I am tired. My voice is hoarse. I've eaten way too much damn pizza over the last 4 days, but damn it, if that wasn't a hell of a Mania trip.
It was a very fun trip.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Amazing time.
A lot of amazing moments.
Yeah.
That we're going to get to.
Speaking of amazing moments.
Huh?
And new. What's wrong with wrestling pay-per-view prediction champion? I told you I'd do it, and I done it. I think this is my first Mania win. I think Andrews usually wins it at Mania.
Yeah,
Well,
you've never won at Mania before.
Not
Not
anymore.
And you are declaring yourself the champion. That's a first-time thing that's ever been done on the podcast. Eric and I didn't see any of the results, but Joe's claiming that he won.
Well,
so I guess we just have to take his word for it.
Luckily for you, I'm the math wizard of the group.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can do great
Right.
math at 4:30 in the morning
Yes.
after a 12-hour WrestleMania day.
Exactly.
Well, you know, when you almost ace your SAT in the math section, it's not exactly hard to count.
You know, I heard that
There you go.
you get dumber as
Yeah.
as you get older. I don't
Right.
know that 25 years ago.
Wisdom, Andrew. You gain wisdom.
Yeah.
I don't know if that keeps to math wisdom,
Right.
I don't know if I can still do calculus, but I've gained wisdom.
Hey, you know what else is fun?
or addition. Yeah.
Changing the subject off the pay-per-view prediction title.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Eric and
Sour
I-
shoes.
Eric
these
and
guys.
I will.
I'll put it away.
Eric and I will double check.
Yeah.
And then next week we'll probably have a new champion.
We probably will.
Either way, your time will be up because I think there's a Saudi show in a couple weeks.
I'm
Yes.
sure there is.
So-
I think the third, maybe. And
No,
then
I
Money
heard-
in the Bank is like the 19th.
Yeah. So
So, yeah.
he's not holding that title long.
No.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, gentlemen. But yeah, some crazy things happened to us over this weekend.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
For those of you that don't follow us on social media, because we posted all these things everywhere.
Yes.
But a quick story, Andrew and I and a couple of friends went to the Mets game on Saturday where we got these Todd Frazier WWE champion bobbleheads. He's got a little ring here. If you're not watching,
His sleeves are torn off.
his sleeves are torn
Todd
off.
Frazier's a huge wrestling fan, we're told.
We're told.
We're told by this bubblehead.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're sitting in our seats, and this lady from the Mets organization kind of asked the guy in front of me if he's a WWE fan, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, I'm a WWE fan, and she ignores me, and then asks him, well, you guys can answer a trivia question for a chance to win a prize, and he goes, you know what, let this guy do it, because we don't watch it at all. She goes, okay, well, I guess you could play. Basically, we're going to ask you a question on the Jumbotron, and if you get it right, there'll be a prize, and it's a pretty cool prize. So I said, okay, great. So a couple innings later, I'm sitting there. The announcer girl sits next to me. They ask me the question, what Scottish-born superstars set to face Roman Reigns at this year's WrestleMania? Obviously, it was Drew McIntyre. So, and this video is on what, Twitter?
Yeah, we posted it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They play his music,
They play his music.
and then I
I'm
turn
like-
around and I'm like, oh shit, Joe, turn around.
And then there's Drew McIntyre. He walks down the stairs, shakes my hand, says congratulations, hands me some wrestling tickets, and yeah, we got to meet Drew McIntyre.
The best part
Great.
about it, though, was you were wearing our Kick-Out Spear Pin Repeat shirt,
Yeah, that's right.
which you should have told Drew McIntyre, like, hey,
This is about to
FYI,
happen.
this is going to happen tomorrow, so be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
But
And avoid it.
crazy random. We bought tickets and we walked up. Kind of changed our minds at the last minute as to where we were going to sit.
Right.
There's so many different coincidences. We had gotten up so many different times throughout the course of the game.
Yeah.
We could have been in the bathroom, could have gotten food, whatever. So pretty insane. And it wasn't even meant for us and whatever. So that was really cool. And Drew McIntyre is a big dude.
Right.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
I'm not a little dude, and he was a big dude towering over me. So
Yeah.
but super nice. smiling the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, shook my hand a couple of times, posed for a picture.
Hugged you.
Sweet, sweet man. Which
Caressed
I've
your
heard that
hair.
about him, that he's actually a super, super nice guy.
He's a sweet, sweet man.
Right.
Sweet man.
So then, I guess we can talk about what happened Monday night after Raw.
Last night.
Last night.
Yeah.
We were at a bar/pizza joints. You know, not too far from the Barclays Center.
Yeah, because there's one of these like every other like building in New York. Like you see storefronts on buildings, like every other storefront is a bar/pizza place.
Right. And we were hanging out with, it was us three, your brother, Eric, Eric's brother, Jeff, and
Yes.
his girlfriend.
Yes.
And we were also there with Assad, a.k.a. Kayfabe Jobber on Twitter. So shout out to him.
Yes.
He's a really cool guy. And then all of a sudden, like, I see your brother, he's like waving at us. And he's like, look, look, look. And it's Finn freaking Balor.
Yeah.
Like, just, you know,
Hanging out.
in the distance. And, Jeff asked for a picture. He takes a picture with his girlfriend. And Finn did not look happy.
He wasn't
didn't.
too happy about the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked as pissed off as you could be to be like, you know.
Right. Like at one side, I get it. Like you're out, you're just trying to do your business, get a slice.
Right.
But at the second, you know who you are
Yeah.
and you know your popularity.
Right. And apparently he lives in Brooklyn now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
interesting.
but yeah, he did not look happy at all. He ends up sitting down to eat dinner with his family. I mean, it was
Like in the back of the restaurant in the complete dark.
yeah, like his parents were there.
And
Yeah.
I think they were probably just getting a drink. The food wasn't great at this place.
No, the pizza wasn't very good.
No, it was not.
calzone wasn't bad.
So then, Eric, why don't you tell us what you discovered?
Right. So
This is crazy.
this is absolutely insane. So they have one of those electronic jukeboxes, the internet ones. So I went over to the jukebox. I'm like, oh, let's see what's on here. And I'm just browsing through, and at the banner, they have like different ads for, you know, random artists or this album or whatever. And then all of a sudden, I see the WrestleMania logo.
Yep.
I'm like, well, what is this? So I touch it, and it brings up basically like every song that's ever been associated with pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Like even like Twisted Sisters, We're Not Gonna Take It was on there on this playlist. So yeah, it was this giant wrestling themed playlist. So I'm scrolling through and I see AJ Styles and I'm like, what? And apparently you could play AJ Styles. So I keep scrolling and I see like the Balor and I'm like, oh my God, they have Finn Balor's entrance music as a playable song
Right.
on this jukebox.
Yes.
So I go back over to Ya Boys and
And he's like, we should play this
And I'm-
right
I'm
now.
like-
and we're like, yeah, go do it.
And
Great
the-
idea. This is amazing.
the thing is, like, I could have done it anonymously on my phone. Like,
Right.
no one could have been at the jukebox, and all of a sudden it starts playing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. You know, I'm sure the last thing he wants to be at this bar is Finn Balor right now. You know,
right.
So Andrew and Joe are basically like, well, fuck that noise. He's fucking Finn Balor.
This is amazing. Like, this is too perfect
Yes.
of an idea. So I slap the dollar in the machine. Andrew finds the song, and we play it. And luckily, it didn't come right on, so we go back to our seats.
I mean, it came on like 5 seconds later.
a few seconds, but
Yeah.
like enough time to go sit down because it has that slow, quiet
Yeah.
kind of intro.
Yeah.
But he knew as soon as like the heart, you know, the beat started hitting in the song.
Yeah.
He immediately
because
like
it was the demon one.
right. So it was the long build up.
Yeah.
So it starts playing, and we see like Finn put his head down, like Jesus, and then once it goes, oh, da-na-na-na-na-na, we see him. He's laughing.
He's laughing.
and his family's laughing. So they're enjoying themselves. So I guess it lightened him up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I went over to him and I said, I'm so sorry, dude. I had to do it. And he's like, you fucking whatever. He said something. I couldn't even understand him.
Well,
But,
he was like, "Oh, good one."
yeah,
He's
something
like,
like
"That's
that.
a good one."
Yeah, good one, man. Good one. And then
Yeah.
we fist bumped. And I said, hey, thanks for everything you do.
And then afterwards, he took pictures with people and smiled.
Right.
So he was
He
smiley
took a picture
Finn.
with one guy.
No, there was a couple.
There was
of
a
people.
couple. There was
Oh,
a
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was
So
smiley.
you're welcome, people. We helped you get a smiley Finn Balor.
He was smiley Finn, just like on TV.
Now, the only thing is, there was a huge misstep in what we did because we actually had a Baller Club shirt with us.
Right.
And we didn't go and like put it on and take a picture with him.
Right.
We totally should have. But, it's one thing, like...
Hey, that's copyright infringement.
Yeah.
You're stealing my club.
Right, exactly. It's one thing, if he's out grabbing a drink by himself or with one other person. It's another thing when he has his parents and his wife with him. Mm-hmm. Or not his wife, his sister.
We don't know. We're guessing, right?
Yeah, well, I imagine that's his parents.
Yeah, it was, it was
looked like maybe his sister. She looked kind of like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's family time, and I'm sure they came over from freaking Ireland, and they
Well,
don't want to wait around for for him to take pictures all night.
It's funny because when they left, a couple fans, too sweeted Balor, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, too sweet." And they also offered it to his dad, and his dad was like, "Yeah, too sweet." Like his dad was
right. His dad was more happy to do it than he was.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get that. I'm sure. Obviously.
Right.
It's not like you just see someone. It's like, oh, that's Finn Balor's dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really cool. It's crazy that we had two of these moments with two wrestlers
right,
over this
exactly.
weekend.
Insane. Just insane.
But
Yeah.
overall, it was a lot of fun. We're all drained, obviously.
Absolutely.
We're drained.
I got sick for Mania, so that sucked. But we also filmed a lot of interviews with fans at MetLife Stadium before we went inside, and I'm going to edit that, and it should be up later this week for everyone to watch.
Yeah. Hey, if this is your first time listening because you got one of our cards
Yes.
over the weekend, welcome to What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Yes, we must have handed out 2,000 business cards.
Yeah.
So
Now, what's funny is there wasn't really a lot to complain about with WrestleMania, but this is a great first show for people who may be new to listening because there was there was a very big thing wrong with Raw.
right.
And I think we've got some good ammo for our cannon this week.
Yeah, and then I also just want to talk about our get-together Saturday night.
Yep.
Yes.
It was a blast.
Right.
I think it went really, really good. The bar was small, so I'm not sure we could have fit any more fans that were in there. It was
Right.
But it was still a cool, intimate thing. Mm-hmm. Some of the names that we met there, Laura, who's from overseas.
Yes.
Alison came out. Brandon, Tony.
Assad was there as well.
Assad was there.
Uh-huh.
Craig from Scotland asked to give him a shout out that we ran into. So it was a fun event. And look, we might do more of these in the future, maybe locally here in Houston for the Houston listeners or anybody close to Houston.
Yeah,
it was a lot
It
of
was
fun.
way too much fun to never do it again.
Yeah.
So
Right. It was a lot of fun. And also thank you to, our cousin Paul showed up with his girlfriends. Our cousin Teresa and his boyfriend were there. And one of my good friends, John, was there as well. So
Yeah.
and special
we
thanks to
appreciate-
my buddy Zach Van Buren helping us get the gig there at Black Horse Pub. And thanks to Black Horse Pub.
Yeah.
They were awesome about it.
Yeah, and we live streamed it on Facebook. So if you want to watch it, I don't know how good the sound quality is because we didn't hook up the mics to Facebook Live or anything like that. But you could watch it if you want to. It's on our Facebook page.
I think people could hear it because they were commenting.
Yeah.
And commenting on stuff that we had said there.
Right.
So I think the audio is okay.
Right.
But, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, before we get to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live,
Oh boy.
Yep.
we have to thank a ton of new people who signed up on Patreon.
Yes.
I think overall this weekend we had 65 people. I think 20-something of them were people that left and rejoined. So thank you for rejoining to hear
Yes.
our WrestleMania recap because we stayed up until 4:30 a.m. to record it.
Yeah.
So we appreciate the people that thanked us for that. That we stayed up and everything. But without further ado, here are the names. All right, we got Austin Jones, Clay Hirsch, Melissa, Liam Duffy, Hayden Cook, Justin Stewart, Mince Vickman, Cruz Brown, The Young Squire, Jason McGovern, Craig Ricardo, Todd Hertzinger, Joshua Kimmel, Adrian Bluejay, Casey Bailey, Kyrie Kofi Mania Sherrod, The Dashing Dan, Kevin Norris, Jesus G, Louis Gardia, Chris, Rob Johnson, Amraj Mali, Joe Mesa, Scott Dawson, rest in peace Nipsey Hussle, Brittany White, Devin Green, The Rye Man, Larry Spreitzer, Nathalie Plummy, Dustin Dolly, Jim Hampton, Seth Jabs, Brandon McClellan, Alex Padilla, Mark Jagello, John Dean, Darth Hunter, Rob, and Mike Incantalupo.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
You're right.
I was sweating.
Some water. That was a lot.
I think I did a decent job.
I think so.
I'm sure I pronounced some of your names wrong, but that's how this works.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the most fun part of it.
It is
when I pronounce your name wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
But thank you to all of our new patrons, and if you want to join them, go to patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Boom.
Check out the WrestleMania recap, the TakeOver New York recap, where we saw Johnny Gargano win the NXT title. To me, that was my favorite moment of the weekend. I don't know about you
recap
guys.
on the shirts. Eric bought this 7 minutes after Johnny left the arena.
Literally.
Yes.
If I would have seen that, I would have bought that shirt as well.
So at the end of every show, we go out to the front of the arena and we hand out our business cards. I'm on my way to the door.
Yeah.
And I hear someone say, "Oh man, they've already got a Johnny Champion shirt." I was immediately in that line. And Johnny Gargano, I think he tweeted it, the shirt sold out in the arena.
Right.
So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
I'm sure it did. And Eric said, look, if you guys go to WWE shop during WrestleMania weekend, you will buy WWE shirts.
Yes.
Well,
These
laughed
guys
at him.
never buy anything.
Because it's top dollar.
It is.
It's when you buy it
Well,
there.
it was
Premium
funny because
pricing.
Eric went to Eric. You went to Act. This was Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Or,
I went to act. Wait, no, that was
When
Friday.
did we go to the
Friday.
Superstore? Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to the Superstore first. Joe and I showed up later, and then Eric, you came out and you were like, "Andrew, there's a shirt in there that you will buy. You
Yes.
will buy this shirt."
Yeah.
And again, like Eric said, I don't buy shirts too often, but he was right because I'm wearing this shirt right now. It's a cartoon Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon on the ladder with the 2 Intercontinental titles hanging, and it's the ladder match for WrestleMania 10.
Yeah.
So,
That
yes,
is so
I bought
cool.
that shirt. And then there was also a shirt that Joe bought in
Which
that.
I saw this shirt and I'm like, that seems like too like a layup for them that they would maybe not get that. Like,
No, see,
it's kind of
if I would have seen this, I could have told you, Eric, that
Yeah.
Joe was
Nope.
1
It
million.
was perfect.
1
Yeah.
million % buying the
If
New York
Joe
Mets
is
shirt.
going to buy any shirt, it's Mr. and Mrs. Met holding up
Yes.
WWE titles.
Yes.
This
Right.
is perfect.
It is.
With WrestleMania, it's all orange and blue, just like the Mets.
Right.
I can wear this to a Mets game
You can.
here in Houston.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will wear this to a Mets game.
Absolutely.
So I love this shirt. I'll wear this out.
Yeah.
This shirt's amazing. I always
Yes.
said, I don't like wearing like WWE logoed shirts all the time necessarily. This I'll wear.
Yeah.
Mark.
This is great.
All right. We also at the Superstore. I was actually going to buy the Met shirt too, but I bought a couple of action figures instead. Our brand new Shawn Michaels D-Generation X action figure.
Yeah.
Now it might look a little weird in here because we have the green screen, so it's going to knock out the green. But now we have 4 Shawn Michaels toys on the desk for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about
So
that.
as soon as they make that bald Sean from Saudi, we're getting that figure too.
I'm going to slap you.
I mean,
I'm gonna slap your mouth.
you have to collect them all, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Eric Young, Shawn Michaels
Yeah,
action
right.
figure.
How about the Kurt Angle who's like kind of halfway falling down as he walks?
Yeah.
That one.
The Kurt Angle no knees.
Right.
Where he's just like crawling, oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, help me. So, yeah.
Sad day.
But again, super fun weekend.
Yeah.
We'll do it again next year.
That's
maybe.
great.
If we go to Tampa, where it's WrestleMania on Stranger Tides. Pirate Mania. They never have done that before. Like it's
Like
in
a
the
theme.
Buccaneer Stadium, so they're going with a whole pirate theme.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It is weird.
So Kairi Sane's main eventing, I guess.
Yeah.
She
that's what I
better,
said, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's gonna fight Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so on to the Raw After Mania, which we were at. And Seth Rollins kicks off the show with the Universal Championship around his waist. The Burn It Down was super loud.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. It was awesome.
I didn't hear it on the speakers. I only heard it from the fans.
Right.
That's how loud it was.
Right. The fans chant, "You deserve it," but Seth says, "No, we deserve it." He
Louder,
says,
Pop.
he says he got his ass kicked, but he got back up. He admitted that he did some questionable tactics, but says, I didn't do anything to Brock that he wouldn't have done to me.
I love how he defends it.
Right.
In a great way.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just been like, he attacked me before the match, F5'd me outside the ring. What a total asshole. So I punched him in the balls.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I punished his dick.
And
It's
now we
just-
know several suplexes and an F5 and getting thrown into the stairs and a bunch of other stuff is equal to one nut punch.
Yes.
Because Brock
It's
went
like a
down.
meter that builds up. Like when you get so much damage, oh, you've earned a nut punch.
And then a super kick and 3 curb stomps.
Yes.
True.
So the fans chant full-time champ, full-time champ. I think that was my favorite chant of the night.
Absolutely.
It was very nice. Seth then says he heard Brock and Heyman took a flight to Vegas for some meetings. UFC, I'm sure is what he meant.
Yeah.
And he says they can stay in Vegas because Brock Lesnar's no longer the reigning, defending Universal Champion. I am.
Nice.
So that was great. Then the New Day come out, including Kofi with the WWE Championship around his waist. So far, this show, is amazing.
Yes.
The Raw after Mania, so far, it's a great show. They're starting it so perfectly.
Yeah.
The New Day say they couldn't wait for Tuesday, so they had to come out tonight. Xavier announces Kofi as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And Xavier humps the mat like he's having sex with the ring.
Yeah.
And then Big E does the splits, and everyone
straight
loses
down.
their shit.
Straight down.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I have no
That's
idea.
a big, burly dude.
That's crazy.
Insane.
So, it was a lot of fun. Everyone was really funny here. Kofi then gets a little greedy.
Yeah.
I guess he wins one title.
His head grows double its size.
And all of a sudden, he wants them all.
Yeah.
So he challenges Seth Rollins for a title match for the main
Winner
event of
take
Raw.
all.
Winner take all. And Seth says, challenge accepted.
Yeah. You can't back down from that.
Now, the best part of this whole segment is when he says challenge accepted, they play Rollins music, and Xavier Woods is playing the best
Oh my
air
God.
guitar
Well,
on
him
his
and Big E.
trombone.
Big
Oh my
E as well.
God.
They're headbanging. They're going insane.
It was so great.
They were rocking out to Seth's music, and it was the greatest thing I've seen.
And they even they even paused, for
Yes.
the few seconds where there's no music. It's like It was perfection. It was hilarious.
They'd go faster when the music picked up.
Right.
Like, it was so good.
It was great. So next up we have Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. The Raw Tag Team Champions.
Yeah. In case you didn't watch the pre-show.
Because, there are, I think, 38 title changes at Mania.
Yes, there were.
Yeah. And I don't think there's that many titles, but there were that many title changes. So we have Ryder and Hawkins facing off against the Revival for the Raw Tag titles. Rematch from WrestleMania. The Revival get their rematch, even though there's no more automatic rematches. But they get it. And we all figured that
For sure.
the only reason you do this is because the Revival are winning the titles back.
It's
Right.
almost a lock of the century. Maybe just like a lock of the day.
Luck of the day.
Right. So, but again, it was a really good match. They had a good match at Mania. They really did, better
Yeah.
than what I expected. It just shows that Ryder and Hawkins can both go.
Yeah.
Especially Ryder.
Hello.
He really can.
He could jump. He's athletic.
Yeah.
He could do moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
He could do wrestling moves.
Right.
Right.
And they won at Mania by Hawkins, winning with a roll-up.
Yes.
And then on Raw, Hawkins rolls up Scott Dawson again, and they retain their titles. So, it's official. Kurt Hawkins' finisher is a roll-up.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's awesome.
Don't get hit with the roll up.
No.
It's over.
Roll up out of nowhere.
And we didn't know what his finisher was because we haven't seen it
Yeah.
since he's been back.
Like I think we had this discussion at Raw. They were like, well, if they win, if Hawkins wins, what's his finisher? How will we know? How will anyone know?
It's funny. I'm sure he's in the video game. I should just pop in the video game and see what his finisher is in there.
Yeah.
How hilarious would it be?
And then tweet
if it's
him.
a roll up.
Has he never won during this comeback? Never. Not
No.
even when he first debuted.
I mean, we never
as
watched main
Chuck
event.
Norris.
He could have won as on main event or whatever.
No, it's a losing streak.
Right, but it could have started a month after he returned. Because I remember I think he beat Apollo Crews with a roll up his the first night he came back.
Oh, okay.
And I think it was a roll up there too. I swear, I'm serious. This was like 3 years ago.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm going to check the video game now, or someone tell me. I guess Joe's looking it up. Maybe we'll get an answer.
Yeah, but this is from 2012, so who the hell knows?
Oh, well, that doesn't. Yeah, no. You need 2K19.
Oh, I have it. Keep going, and I'll let you know what it is.
All right. Joe's pulling it up. Hold on. Is it low? Oh, there's a fucking ad.
So he's an ad.
There's a
Advertising.
stupid ad. All right, we'll get to it after the next segment. All right.
Yeah.
Just watch it and tell us. All right. It looks like you got it. What is it?
So first,
Kurt Hawkins. What the fuck is that?
It's like a back body drop. But
that's the
he
signature.
flips him over.
An elbow off the top ropes.
Oh,
he did that.
Oh, a pop-up DDT.
Wait, which one is it?
Wait, hold on. He's doing all kinds of moves.
Oh, that's the replay of it, right?
The swinging neck breaker.
I think that's his finisher.
So, like, you swing the neck breaker, then you go forward.
So it's Elias's move?
Kind of like
Fire Elias is like a fisherman.
All right, I don't think we know.
Cody Rhodes,
I think we
isn't that Cody
still.
Rhodes' finisher?
No, it's a little
It
different.
looks like maybe like what Ken Kennedy did.
Okay, so we still don't know, and we just
Still don't
watched
know.
it.
So we still don't know.
We just watched it, and then we don't know.
Yeah.
But now it's a roll up. I hope in the next game they put it in there as a roll up.
Right.
That's hilarious.
But I'm sure they're going to lose it soon. I mean, it's 2 fluke victories, 2
Yeah.
roll up victories. Next up, Baron Corbin comes out to the ring. He brags about beating Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, but the fans chant, asshole, asshole.
Including me.
Right. So, Kurt Angle comes out.
Oh.
You know, the guy that just retired?
Yeah.
He's back.
He's back already.
Last week was his last week on Raw. He said that.
Yeah. Well, he said last match on Raw.
Oh, excuse me. And now he's on Raw again.
He's on Raw.
He
doing
gets to the ring.
Moves to people.
He says, my career is officially over, but yours is just getting started, which is kind of true because what has Corbin really done?
Exactly.
You know, he's like been the biggest, like...
He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and he is a future, or he was a not a successful Money in the Bank cash.
Right, Corbin has had some of the most embarrassing moments in WWE.
Right.
He lost the Money in the Bank, you know, when he cashed in his contract via roll-up. He got squashed by Cena at SummerSlam 2 years ago. He got squashed by Balor at SummerSlam last year.
Yeah.
They just
Has he ever held gold?
Yeah, the U.S. title.
The U.S. title.
Briefly.
Briefly.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah. That was it. Like, he just gets embarrassed so many times. It's crazy. And tonight was no different.
No.
So Kurt says, I wish you all the luck in the world. You know, get better wishes, all that good stuff. Angle then offers a left-handed handshake.
Right.
And this is where Corbin should have known something was wrong.
Yeah,
because
you never take a left-handed
what
handshake.
the hell is that?
Yeah.
So Corbin accepts, they shake hands, but then Kurt says, bad luck.
Well, he says, I wish you luck.
Yeah.
They shake hands. Bad luck.
I wish you all the luck
in the world.
in the world. Bad luck.
Get better wishes. And he angle slams Corbin. He puts him in the ankle lock. Corbin taps. Corbin rolls out of the ring. And then we hear a woman screaming, which can only mean one thing. It's Lars Sullivan, because that's how his entrance music starts, with a woman being murdered or something.
Yeah.
She's like, ah! And then his music plays. So Lars, I guess, he figured out all the stuff that was going on.
The head games.
I
The
guess
head
so.
games.
that he was playing with himself.
Mind games.
So that's good. You know, we could use another monster on the show.
Yeah.
And
So which one goes to SmackDown?
Another,
Or do they have to fight first?
Wait, another Nia Jax.
That's right. Braun Strowman isn't really a monster anymore. He's kind of more like Hulk Hogan.
He loves kids. He's
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan who doesn't win.
Exactly. So Lars gets in the ring. He gives Kurt the freak accident, followed by a flying headbutt. So he retired Kurt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Put over
Right.
the younger talent, the good younger talent.
The good.
Right. So next up, we have Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. This is Alexa's first match since it was either late January. No, it was early February, because she was trying to qualify for the women's chamber with Mickie James, but
Yes.
they got squashed by Nia and Tamina. So this is
Only her
Alexa's
second match since when?
Yeah, like the Evolution, right? I think
Yeah.
in what was that, October?
Yeah.
So it's been a while. But Alexa gets the win with her DDT. It was nice to see Alexa back. Good that she's
Yeah.
back in the ring.
And a clean win over a top name.
Right.
That's
Squashes
right. I'm
Bailey,
glad.
basically.
Yeah, she's always had Bailey's number.
Yeah. Can
Next
she
up,
share it?
Maybe. Next up, Becky Two Belts comes to the ring. It's funny because WWE is actually calling her Becky Two Belts now, which,
yes,
for many years they haven't been allowed to say belt on the show.
Right.
That's not a belt. What? No, it's a title or it's
Belts
a championship.
Hold up your pants.
So now they're calling it Becky Two Belts, which means only one thing. They're going to make that shirt,
Uh-huh.
And Eric's going to buy it.
No.
How long do you... Well, yeah, she might not have these belts for long.
Yeah, I think she's going to give up one.
So Becky gets in the ring.
Quickly.
She gets a "You deserve it" chant. She says, for months, Ronnie and Rick's daughter went hoarse talking about how their resumes were too strong for me, but this woman walked into WrestleMania with nothing and left with everything. Becky tells Ronda, whenever you're done sulking and you want to come back for more, the man will be here waiting to slap the head off your shoulders again. So again, it seems like Ronda's taking a break for a while.
Yeah.
We don't know how long.
Which does that mean that they're not going to talk about the controversial...
They didn't, right?
Didn't mention it
No.
on either show.
No.
They didn't
I guess
even
that
talk about it.
means they won't, or when Ronda comes back, she'll bring it up. What do you guys
She'll
think?
bring it up when she comes
Yeah.
back.
She'll bring it up?
Yeah.
Because people will forget
again,
that
if you
it
watch-
didn't look great.
So you
If
still
you-
think it was meant to go like that, or the ref just started doing his job and figured, you know what I mean?
I'm not 100. I'm not really sure either way. But if you go back and watch WrestleMania, they mention it several times after the match, like, "Oh my God, Ronda's shoulders are up, Ronda's shoulders are up." So it makes me think it was on purpose.
Right.
Right.
They wouldn't have said it if they weren't.
Again, check out our recap. My main criticism for WrestleMania: it's too long, 7.5 hours, and the main event ended with a botched roll up.
A botched roll up.
I mean, a roll up. It shouldn't end with a roll up. Period.
Right.
I would rather have, we all said we wanted Becky to tap out Ronda, but that was not in the cards, clearly.
Yeah.
But I would rather have Becky tap out Charlotte than a botched roll-up to Ronda.
The rumor was that's what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You could have had, Becky handcuff Ronda to a ring post.
Right.
And then walk over, staring at Ronda, and put Charlotte in the...
Hey, how long did it take you to think of that?
Just now, 4 seconds?
4 seconds. They had months to decide. What do we do? What do we do to end WrestleMania? They had months to decide. Maybe they had too much time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they think that the ref didn't see the shoulders, and
Even though he was right there.
yeah, and shouldn't have actually counted to 3.
Right.
Because I think Ronda was trying to kick out.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
It's done either way.
It's done. It's over. Check out the recap on Patreon.
Yeah.
So Becky says she knows she's a marked woman now, but she's ready for any challenger. She leaves the ring, but then Lacey Evans comes out. She walks down the ramp. She gets face to face with Becky. She turns like she's gonna leave, but then she punches Becky in the face. So she finally does something, and everyone's in shock.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't believe it.
Because she's been coming down the ramp for months and leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I figured she was just going to do this for a couple more years, retire, and then go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's right.
You deserve it.
I mean, because what did Tori Wilson go in the Hall of Fame for? Being hot and sexy, right? So
Yeah.
why couldn't Lacey Evans do that?
Yeah.
So she punches Becky.
Was she ever Diva or Women's Champion?
I don't know. Maybe Divas champion for a little bit. I don't
Maybe.
know. I'm not sure. I would guess probably not.
Yeah.
So anyways, she punches Becky. Becky, she chases after her. They brawl up the ramp on the stage. Becky goes for the disarmor, but Lacey escapes off the stage. And it's a good thing Lacey, because she was wearing a dress.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing she had, leggings underneath, because you could see up the dress the whole time.
Yeah.
But again, you couldn't see anything because she was wearing leggings. But she was wearing heels too during that whole brawl.
Yeah.
And didn't fall down. That's talent right there to stay
Right.
up. To stay upright on those
Well
heels.
done.
I sure as shit couldn't do that.
No, you can't.
No.
You tried?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. How many times did you try?
17.
Wow.
I mean, if you're going to do it right.
Yeah.
Give it the college try.
Right.
So.
Or the 17 college tries, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
A lot of tries.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Alison Black and Ricochet versus Roode and Gable. Why are these guys still a team?
Yeah.
Which one?
Exactly. Both.
Yeah.
Which one?
Both of these teams should not be a team anymore.
No.
Correct.
Ricochet and Aleister Black had a shot at the NXT titles. Lost. The Raw titles. Lost. The SmackDown titles. Lost. What else is left? The women's titles?
Yes, that's their next one.
If you lose all those, it's time to end it. Just have Aleister Black turn on Ricochet. You know, you could have that heel turn.
Right.
Aleister Black could be a heel. He looks evil anyway.
Yeah.
And then
we'd love it. We'd eat it up too.
Yeah.
We'd eat it up.
Of course. So Ricochet gets the win after hitting Gable with a code breaker.
Was he ever a heel in NXT?
Aleister?
First?
No.
Never?
It's always been face.
No.
That's like saying The Undertaker was never a heel. Like, you have to start as a heel.
Yeah,
Right.
but he got pushed to the top right away. Like, as soon as he debuted, you knew he was the next champ.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I think it has to do with, like, who's the heel champion at the time, you know?
Right.
Like, so it's like, okay, we need a face, so you're a face because you're going to be built up to beat this guy, to beat Andrade. So, Ricochet gets the win after hitting Cable with a code breaker. It was basically a code breaker. It was like a one-knee code breaker, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
After the match, Roode attacks Ricochet from behind with just like a clothesline to the back and then retreats. So I don't know if that was a heel turn because it was just one little hit and then
Right.
that was it. But Bobby, you attacked the wrong guy. You see Chad Gable, that idiot next to you that stole your robe?
Stole your gimmick.
Beat him up.
Keeps costing you your matches.
Yes. Beat that fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Right.
Good God.
You know, it's funny. You talked a couple weeks ago. If you think about like Alistair and Ricochet on NXT, you would see them like, you know, once maybe every other week or so. Or if they came out in 2 weeks in a row, 1 week would just be like a promo thing. But now seeing them like twice a week, every single week, like the charm is wearing off.
Right. And especially after you lose.
Twice a week we see them.
Yeah, twice a week.
And especially after you see them lose 3 title opportunities, 3 different tag team title opportunities
In a
title
week.
shots.
In a week.
In a weekend.
Yeah.
Or I guess a week, yeah, because
Yeah.
they had the shots on
Including,
Raw.
Right.
But like, yeah, it's like, oh, these guys suck now. Like
Yeah.
they can't win the big ones.
They can't win anything.
They can't win anything.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
Yes.
like
Even though they won both of their matches this week.
I know I picked the Usos to retain at Mania. That was only because for some stupid reason I thought they would win the NXT tag titles.
Yeah.
But why not have, like, why do the Usos still need to be the champs, you know, on SmackDown?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but still, why do they need to be the champs either?
yeah, true.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what they were, I don't know what like, where are they going?
If you-
what are they
if you-
doing with these guys?
If you said, Joe, what's your lock of the century, like as far as like a match outside of Ryder and Hawkins versus the Revival that we'll see this week, I would have said the Usos versus Black and Ricochet for the titles.
Right.
And then Black and Ricochet win in that setting.
By the way, they lost at TakeOver and it felt like a goodbye, right?
Yes.
A goodbye
they were
to
leaving.
NXT.
Right. Well, on Raw and SmackDown, when they came out, it still said NXT for their, like, you know, when their names popped up, it
Yeah.
still said NXT.
Well, maybe they'll
both
make
nights.
Maybe they'll make it official with the
Next week.
Superstar
Yeah,
shakeup.
yeah, that's
Because they're not signed yet.
right.
Because
not
they're
signed.
free agents.
right. Yeah.
Like Cena.
Yes.
Yep. Cena's still not getting paid. Wow.
Yeah.
Next up, we see a weird video. We see a cardboard box with some creepy music playing. It opens up and we see a scary looking bird wearing a Hawaiian shirt. To me, I immediately thought of the movie ThanksKilling. Again, I've mentioned this before. If you haven't seen ThanksKilling, it's one of the best movies ever. If you love B movies, it's hilarious. But it looked just like the ThanksKilling turkey.
Yeah. But it was a buzzard.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, we're assuming. We're calling it a
I mean, it was a scary looking bird wearing like a Hawaiian scarf because we can only see its head and neck.
Yeah.
But I think the Hawaiian scarf or shirt gives away the fact that it's Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
because you know he used to wear Hawaiian shirts all the time.
Right.
And I hope he goes back to Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah.
because that's
He was better.
it made him. It was creepier.
Yeah.
And the bird laughs. It's like, and then it coughs.
Yeah, what the?
Like, what is going? I mean, that is ThanksKilling.
Yeah.
Like the turkey's like, oh God. I mean, I swear to you, I'm not
So they're
joking.
copying it.
I'm not joking. Whoever thought of this clearly saw ThanksKilling. I'm not like I'm
What are
confident.
the odds? What are the odds that that's true?
Like 70%, I would say. If I showed you clips of that movie, the turkey literally laughs and then coughs multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, just Google ThanksKilling. You'll see that it looks just like the turkey from ThanksKilling. It does. I tweeted it. I tweeted it out there.
It looks just like
Yes.
it. It is it.
It is.
It is it.
So clearly someone in WWE loves the movie ThanksKilling.
So the turkey kills everyone in this movie?
Yes. It's so great. It's so good. It's top 5 best B movies of all time.
Oh, this looks great.
Do not watch the sequel, though. The sequel is dog shit. It's awful.
What about part 3?
Yeah.
No, part 3 is the sequel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Right.
There's no 2?
There's no 2. That's kind of the joke.
Oh.
Because the part 3, he gets a movie deal, and that's the second one, but you don't ever see the second one. So ThanksKilling 2 is actually
You
ThanksKilling.
just got stuffed.
Yeah, he just fucked a girl from behind and then said, you just got stuffed. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's great.
Okay.
And then later they find an extra small gravy-flavored condom. It's fantastic. Gobble, gobble, motherfucker. Anyways, hopefully Bray Wyatt returns very soon. Hopefully we don't have too many of these weird promos, because they showed it on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check out ThanksKilling. It's so good. Yeah. Next up, we have Bobby Lashley versus Dean Ambrose. This is Dean's final match in WWE.
That they're announcing it.
Right. And as Dean came out, Michael Cole said to Renee, he's like, wow, Renee, this must be really tough for you. And Renee's just like, yes, it is. All right, thanks, Renee.
Yes.
Appreciate that input there.
Right.
And the match never got started because Lashley says, don't worry, Dean. When you're gone, I'll take care of your wife for you. And then Renee says, what does that even mean? It means he's going to fuck you, Renee. That's what that means.
Yeah.
So
that's what
I don't know how she didn't know what that means. But, of course, Dean gets upset. He attacks Lashley. They brawl outside the ring, up the ramp, on the stage. Dean hits Lashley with the dirty deeds on the stage.
Uh-huh.
And then Dean goes to the announce table, takes off the cover, and then 30 seconds later, Lashley's up and gives Dean a spine buster through the announce table.
Yes.
Shouldn't have done the dirty deeds. I get why everyone wanted to see it again, but do it earlier.
Yeah.
Much earlier.
Right.
So he has time to recover.
Or give it to Leo Rush.
Screw with Leo.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to Leo Rush.
Yeah.
You're right. It was too quick.
So yeah, that's the last we see of Dean Ambrose on television. So, yeah, because they got to bury him. They also didn't let him, wear any of his shirts. He just wore a plain black shirt, which he never does.
Yeah. Or
He's
hasn't
always got
done it in a long time.
Right. Next up, we have our weekly Mojo Rawley mirror segment. This time the mirror is broken. And it's funny because WrestleMania, they make the card so long. Again, it's 7.5 hours. They put so many matches to get everyone on the show.
Yeah.
Yet
Mojo Rawley's not there.
Not on the show.
And
Or
now,
Kevin Owens.
Now there is blue shit all over Mojo, the side of Mojo's face.
You guys ever see the Kingsman Golden Circle?
Yeah.
Yes.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically the people who do drugs.
Oh, my
Their
God.
veins turn
Yes.
blue.
Yes.
That's basically what
Or like
Well, no.
Tony Stark in Iron Man 2.
Yeah. No, I think he's actually joining the Ascension. I think that's what this
there it
is.
is.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a huge push for 1 week.
Right.
Yeah.
And then bye.
And that's going to be fun. All right, next up we have the return of Sami Zayn. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him again.
like one of the top pops of the night, which is
Yeah.
saying something too.
Right.
Yeah.
Sammy's excited to be back, and he wants a match right now. And Finn Balor comes out, and Finn Balor gets in the ring, and he tells the ref something. We find out that it's for the IC title.
Oh.
So Finn's a fighting champion.
Good.
They have a really good match. Just Sammy reminds you how good he is in the ring.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, we really did miss this guy.
This match was really good.
But Balor retains with a coup de grace. Sammy then gets back on the mic and says, I've been gone for 9 months, and it seems like you guys really missed me. But I have to say, from the bottom of my heart, I did not miss any of you. He goes in to say how toxic WWE is.
Yeah.
Almost sounds like John Oliver's segments.
Right.
And then he says, go to hell, and he leaves.
Yeah. That was
So I'm
weird.
glad he's still a heel.
Yeah.
Because, we didn't like face Sammy. He's too goofy.
Yeah.
And the goofiness works when he's a heel.
It does. It's better when he's a
This
heel.
last run with Kevin Owens was so good.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
It'll be
so
interesting
good.
to see if Kevin Owens stays a babyface, and then if they end up on the same show, and he's like, "Sammy, come on, bro,"
Right.
I mean, I don't want to see them feud again.
No.
I don't. But it'd be interesting just to see like one time, like where Kevin's the face and Sammy's the heel.
Yeah.
The only way to keep them apart from each other is having them on different shows.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the only way.
Right. So next up, we have Sarah Schreiber interviewing Dana Brooke backstage for some reason. Dana congrats Becky, but says she's not in the back of the line for a title opportunity. But then I think Sarah Schreiber was like, "No, actually, I think I'm ahead of you, Dana. I'm ahead of you." Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just an interviewer.
Right.
But that was it. It's like, what's this Dana Brooke thing they're going with all of a
She
sudden?
looks weird.
Yeah.
And she lasted long in the Battle Royal at Mania.
She was like Final Four?
It was like, I don't know about, maybe it was close
Maybe
to
like
that.
close. Final Four, Final
But they
Five.
even like had her eliminate a few people and like get this big moment for a few seconds. It was like, what?
Yeah.
It's Dana Brooke. Did she trick Vince? Did he think she's someone else because she changed? Like, 'cause she looks a little different now.
She had a little work done and
Right.
lost a little weight in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next up, we walk with Elias. He's in the ring. He's pissed about Cena interrupting him 2 years in a row at WrestleMania, and says, "I could rap too." And he does, and he actually does a good job.
Yeah.
There's one point where he was like, you hold up these 3 fingers, but the middle one's for you.
That was really good.
That was really good. And then and then you start seeing some smoke on the stage.
Yes, of course.
And I was like, oh my God.
More like
I was
Jesus.
I was a day early on
Right.
my prediction.
Yeah.
He says, every superstar wants to make their name on Elias. I get it, you're a fan, but mark my words, the next one to interrupt me is a dead man.
Oh.
And then the bell tolls, and the Undertaker makes his grand entrance to the ring.
And while this is happening, he comes out, he's making his way. I go up, I go to the bathroom, I get some buffalo wings and a beer. I had to tie my shoe. I checked out the merch desk, and then I had to go to the bathroom again.
You took
then-
another shit.
And then you realized you forgot your wallet, so you ran home,
Yeah, I ran back to the Airbnb.
which was a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then I came back, and by the time I made it to my seat,
Yeah.
he was just at the bottom of the entrance ramp.
I think you're going to say he's about halfway to the ring.
Yeah,
So then you went back for more food.
I did. Yeah, yeah. I took a nap.
No, that entrance in person, though, is
Yeah,
great.
it's great.
It's amazing.
It's the one thing as a wrestling fan, if you've never seen, it's something to be seen.
Yeah, I
in
mean, the one
person.
last year at Mania, because they had the fire and everything, it was incredible,
Right. My favorite was the one from MetLife Stadium at 29, where like the ramp kind of went down and he was coming up, and they had the lights with like the people like
Right.
going like, ah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite.
You know what's interesting, though? This time when he came out, like they showed the lightning, on the screens and everything, but it wasn't purple this time. It was the actual color of lightning, so I appreciated that.
White Lightning?
It wasn't all purple and cartoony this time.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Like, not that he actually shot lightning somewhere, but...
Yeah.
So Taker gets in the ring. Elias thinks about leaving. He has one leg out of the, on the ropes.
He's halfway out.
But then he comes back in. I guess he realized, he was like, wait, he's like 60. I could take this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he was wrong because he charges Taker, but he gets a big boot, a choke slam, and then a tombstone. And everyone liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm fine with Taker making these type of appearances.
Yeah.
Just don't have a wrestling match. You
No.
know? Just like Cena at WrestleMania. If Taker and Cena just did this, once in a while
Yeah.
and didn't have a match, I'd be totally fine with it.
Yeah.
Cena at WrestleMania was perfection as
Yes.
It
well.
was.
And
The
so
doctor
is
was
Raw
back.
with Undertaker.
Right.
But they're going to fight.
But this is
obviously.
setting up Taker at Saudi Mania.
Saudi and Mania.
And that's unfortunate. And
Yeah.
Taker's hair is getting worse.
Right.
It's getting very thick. It looks like Baron Corbin's hair before he cut it off.
Right. Yeah.
Like that symbiote in the back.
He obviously lost a little weight, but what happens to older people when they have muscle and then lose weight, it like flattens out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like inverted. It's just weird.
But
Right.
again, he is the Undertaker. He is a dead man. And as he gets older, he looks more and more like a dead man.
Yes.
So really, he looks more like the Undertaker than ever.
Yeah.
The Zombie Taker.
But no, I love if he would just do this, just don't have the wrestling match.
Yeah.
You could show up to Saudi Mania and Tombstone Elias again.
Right.
Just don't have a 10-minute match. You know?
Right.
That's all.
Where you bury someone like Elias,
Right.
who should not be buried right now.
That's Elias. That's all he does, though, now. He plays the guitar, gets interrupted, and he jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all he's going to do.
all he
Probably
needs
for
to
the
do.
rest of his career.
That's all you're good for.
Yeah.
He's still great on the mic, you know? He's still great to see. Next up, we have Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston for the main event of Raw. Winner takes all, title for title. These two were having a really good match.
Wait.
The crowd was into it.
Yeah.
Everything was going fine. We were all being stupid marks.
Yeah.
Who's going to interrupt?
Yeah. Like, I'm talking to them, and I'm like, we're trying to figure out who could interrupt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what about Roman? Where's Roman Reigns?
Where's
on
Roman?
Raw after WrestleMania?
Right.
So does Roman come in and turn heel on Seth?
That'd be great.
And then
I was thinking Undisputed Era.
yeah, especially when we could see them clearing a path.
Right. We're like, oh, someone's coming out.
Like
This is
from
going to
the
be
back,
great.
Yeah, because we saw them do the same thing at NXT. They cleared a path from the backstage area, and then Undisputed Era ran in. We're like,
Right.
okay, someone's running in,
There are so many options.
and
So many
someone
options.
does.
Literally dozens.
Someone does run in.
And then I said, after you guys said that, I was like, well, that would be awesome, guys, but all I know is it better not be the bar.
And then it was the bar.
If it's the bar, then our podcast will have a great show.
Yeah.
And we have 62 Patreons
Yeah.
since then.
Right.
Right.
The bar run in, and they just beat him up. And you're just thinking, like, you know, Sheamus was a champion. Cesaro should have been a champion. Maybe 4 years ago, this would have been relevant.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
it's just not relevant.
No, it's not.
In any way at all.
No.
In any possible way, this made zero sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Zero.
Yep.
Why would these guys come out
Yeah.
and mess with things? It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I would
that-
say have Kofi and Seth beat the crap out of them. They go away, and Kofi has to go, all right, so we good? Keep
Let's
fighting?
just keep fighting.
Okay,
Yeah.
ring the bell. Keep it going.
So after this, the crowd revolted. Seth,
Horribly.
Seth and Kofi knocked them out of the ring. You know, it ends in a double DQ. Seth grabs the mic and tells Kofi, hey, we'll finish this some other time.
Never.
Or, never, ever again.
Ever again. We won't even mention it.
And then they have a tag team match with the bar. The fans hated this. That's
This
when
is
all that's.
stupid.
By the way, no beach balls up until this point.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, beach ball mania.
Like, people always talk about, like, fans hijacking the show. And,
Right.
You know, WWE did this to themselves.
This was a really good-
This is the crowd you don't fuck with.
So here's the funny thing. So a ball comes out, it gets hit a couple times, a fan grabs it and pops it. Gets a huge boo.
Yeah.
And he's like, watch the match. We're here to watch the match.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough. Then another ball comes.
Uh-huh.
And now you see a mad scramble by like security and WWE officials to try to get these balls and take them out of play.
Yeah.
And they get a couple. And then they're more and more and more. So now Cesaro tries to play the get the ball game.
Yeah. So
And he
Cesaro
does.
grabs two.
He got two of them.
And
First time
he rips them.
He rips one and he blows it up and everyone boos him. Great heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, he did that, a couple years
For
ago.
the beach balls, not for Cesaro.
Right.
For the beach balls.
Yeah.
Then he gets another one and he's about to pop it and get heat. And then like Sheamus gets whipped into him. And now you're like, wait a minute. Was this a setup?
No.
But like, how perfect was it though?
Yeah.
No, it was perfect,
And then
but
he sold it.
there's improvisation in wrestling.
Yeah.
You can also see Cesaro.
I hope so.
You can also see Cesaro say something to the ref right before he goes and gets that second beach ball.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So it could have been something like,
Tell Sheamus to bump into
God,
me.
I hope that's true.
yeah.
That they can improvise that
But
well.
because we also saw WWE crew members frantically. One guy was sprinting to get these beach
Yes.
balls. It was hilarious seeing
He
him
ran from,
run
like-
up the stairs.
He ran from like the production area, where hard camera is,
Yeah.
basically over to where, like, if you want to put it into like a place, imagine where like the Shield would come down from
Yeah.
in their entrance. He basically ran from production all the way over there, like sprinted.
And the best part was he never got one.
He never got the
He
ball.
would always get hit again right before he got
Yeah.
it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's great.
Security would grab him.
Right.
A couple of fans popped one. One fan popped one, and this other fan behind him stood up like he was gonna fight him.
Yeah.
It was like, sir, you're wearing a wrestling shirt. Stop trying to look tough
And a
in your
title.
wresling
And a
shirt.
was wearing a title, a
Holding a
replica title.
A cheap one.
Right.
Stop trying to look tough in your wrestling shirt.
Yeah, and then
bro.
they start an asshole chant for the fan. But
Right.
no, I mean, I understand shit happens. You don't like it.
Right.
But like just to like go insane at a wrestling event for the sole purpose of only doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
But if they could have prevented this.
They
WWE
really could have.
could have
It's their
prevented
own
this.
fault, yeah.
I mean, there
Because-
was AEW loud
AEW chants.
AEW
Loud,
chants.
yeah.
People were doing the wave. I'm sure you can see it on
Yeah.
camera.
My
What-
favorite part was when they're going AEW, AEW. Then
Yeah.
Kofi tries to do this.
Yes. Oh, yeah. AEW.
So they started going
AEW.
instead of New Day.
Yeah. That backfired.
Yes,
New Day
definitely. And it was unfortunate that, that this happened during their match and all that stuff, but this is on Vince.
Yeah.
This is on Vince.
You got no one to blame but you, buddy.
Right. I mean, don't have this match if you're not going to either debut the Undisputed Era, have Roman turn heel or something cool like that.
Or just have like what happened to the Miz and Shane. Like they do some cool on a table and they go through like 3 tables. And
Yeah.
then it just ends because the ref's
Or
like,
this is where you have Lars come out.
Yeah, you could do that
Instead
too.
of wasting
that's
him on
almost too big
Kurt
for him,
Angle.
but yeah.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You could definitely do that too.
But if you're debuting like that, it's perfect.
Right.
Like no, when Jericho debuted, he debuted when The Rock was talking.
Yes.
And they definitely weren't in the same caliber league.
Yeah, but he was already a proven commodity though.
That's true, but you were basically a jobber in WCW and you come and feud with the top guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was a great Raw up until the last part.
Yeah.
With the bar ruining it.
Right.
That might be like the steepest letter grade drop if we were grading
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was probably like close to an A+ before then.
Yeah, the pacing was good. A lot of fun surprises.
Those 3 hours
and
went
then
by
this.
quick.
And again, when the crowd is that hot, because it's the Raw after Mania, it makes the show better.
Yeah.
It's like just go watch any Attitude Era show.
Right.
And every crowd is as hot as the Raw after Mania is now,
Yeah.
They were always that hot because it was older fans, and they were just more passionate about it because the show was better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't chant that much, but like when I see Gargano, I pop.
Yeah,
Like when
of
something
course.
great like that happens, I'll pop and chant and get excited.
Yeah.
That used to be Raw all the time.
Used to be.
But Seth got the win after hitting the curb stomp on Cesaro.
Yeah.
After Raw went out off the air, Seth grabbed the mic. He said, Kofi's awesome, see you later. And then he asked Roman Reigns to come out to the ring. So Roman comes out, and then he asked Dean Ambrose to come out so that they could all wish Dean Ambrose a farewell.
Right. And I thought this was like, it's a fun little thing for the fans because you basically just buried him on TV.
Yes.
So at least send the fans home happy.
And it's funny because Dean never even said goodbye when he finally spoke.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
just like, the fans are awesome, it's the fans that make the building and everything like that. So thank you guys.
Right.
And he didn't say I'll see you later or anything like that. Like that was it.
Yeah. But then...
And then they fisted.
Yeah, they fisted. And
One last time.
I'm thinking like that's a cool thing for everyone who's there.
Yeah.
And then of course, backstage exclusive or WWE.com exclusive.
Right.
Send off. I'm like, well, why not just do it on the damn show?
Yeah, if you're going to post it anyway,
Yeah.
Right.
just do it on the show.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah, it doesn't really make
That
sense.
was Raw.
That was Raw.
Yeah.
On to SmackDown Live. We kick things off with the New Day. The ring is decorated for Kofi's WWE Championship celebration. Big E calls Kofi an A+ player with extra credit, and the crowd chants A+, A+.
Yeah.
Big E also says on Raw, Kofi almost became a dual champion like Becky Lynch. Xavier tells Kofi, he watched him before he got to WWE, and when he got here, he met his hero. Kofi finally talks. He points to his wife and sons and thanks them for always supporting him. Then the bar comes out to ruin this again.
Yeah. So that's twice now.
Did you learn nothing from
Right.
Monday?
Yeah.
And they tell Kofi, you should thank us because you would have lost the WWE Championship on Raw
And it's about
if
this
we didn't
ti-
show up.
It's about
Maybe
this time
that's
that the crowd is chanting "Shut the fuck up."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And Sheamus
They were.
is like, "You'll listen to every damn word I have to say."
Right. So the bar then challenged the New Day to a 6-man tag match later. Big E's like, you fucking idiot. It's only 2 of you guys. And like, we made a friend on Raw. And out comes Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
The Scottish psychopath.
To his great music.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Next up, we have 6-man tag, but not that one.
Oh, what?
Not that one.
Not that one.
Another one.
2 6-man tag matches.
We have this one is Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Ali versus Nakamura, Rusev, and Andrade. I don't know if we need 2 of these on one show. No reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Ali gets the win after hitting the 450 splash on Andrade. Mm-hmm. After the match, Ali gets an RKO out of nowhere from Randy Orton.
Okay.
And Rusev laughs. He's like, ha ha ha. And then Kevin Owens shows up and gives Rusev a stunner out of nowhere.
Yeah, stunner out of nowhere.
Okay.
So I think this is setting up Owens and Orton.
Yeah, this
'Cause they're
feud
both-
just came out of nowhere.
They're, you do a stunner, you do an RKO, and we're both doing it out of nowhere. Like Kevin Owens kind of showed up Orton there.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's headed. I don't think it's headed to like Owens Rusev. That would suck.
Yeah.
Or like, Orton Ali.
Face Owens
Orton and
versus
Ali.
heel Orton. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where we go from there.
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully they get on the same show next week. They should just have like like Yahtzee or Boggle where they just throw names.
Right.
And they're like, oh, okay, we have Nakamura. You're on
right.
Raw. Next up, R-Truth and Carmella get in the ring. They tell us that Becky is the new Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah.
And Kofi is the new WWE Champion.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
I think everyone knows this by now.
Especially with Kofi, because you just had the celebration.
He was just there.
Literally,
We just
it
saw him.
started the show.
So cheap pops are now just telling
Hey,
fans
no one likes you guys.
who the
so
champions are.
Talk
Yeah.
about other people that the fans like, and you'll get cheered.
Right.
Okay. So Truth congratulates Carmella for defeating Andre the Giant in the Royal Rumble.
Right.
That's about the response they got.
Yeah.
Carmella is like, "Oh, Truth, what are you talking about? You're so fucking stupid. I hate my life." Carmella says, "One year ago today, I cashed in my Money in the Bank contract and became the SmackDown Women's Champion, and look where I am now."
Where
Since
are you,
then,
Carmella?
I lost the. She goes, "I may have lost the title, but I gained a friend,
Oh, God.
a stupid friend."
I'd rather be friendless with a title.
Yeah.
Then Samoa Joe, and she says, "I couldn't have done this without you, Truth." It's
Oh,
like,
my
what the
God.
fuck did he do?
I couldn't have had my career ruined without you, Truth.
Yeah. So then Samoa Joe comes out and quickly puts R-Truth to sleep.
Yes, thank
Drew
you.
grabs a mic and says, "I destroyed Rey Mysterio in under 60 seconds at Mania, and I could do that to anyone else in the WWE."
Yeah.
Then Braun Strowman comes out, and
They're
they
freaking out that he's on SmackDown.
right.
They
can't
don't
believe
understand
it.
how this has happened. They haven't done the shake-up yet.
Right.
Right.
This is a
It's
spoiler.
like technically both shows were kind of under siege.
Yeah.
know?
It's happening.
Kurt Angle should have. They're here. They're here.
Yeah.
Might be my favorite Kurt Angle moment ever. So they brawl for a bit. Braun lifts up Joe for a power slam, but for some reason he can't really get him up. Yeah. And then Joe gets out of it and retreats.
What sense does that make?
They're like, "Oh, he can't lift Joe. He lifted a fucking 18-wheeler, motherfucker." Or I'm sorry, a semi-truck.
Yeah.
An ambulance.
He flipped
An
it. He
ambulance.
flipped a
the
semi-truck.
whole entire backstage.
He flipped an ambulance. He pulled down that shit backstage. He's destroyed the ring.
He ripped the door off of a car recently.
Yeah.
He's a fucking superhero, and he can't lift Samoa Joe.
Oh, Lord.
What the fuck? I guess that battle royal really took a lot out of him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hefty toll.
That Colin Jost.
He's a heavy motherfucker.
Heavier than he looks.
Yeah. Next up, the Iconics come out to the ring with their new women tag titles that they won at Mania.
Yeah.
They say that they will be fighting champions, and they found the best tag team in Brooklyn to defend their titles against right now. So we have the Iconics versus the Brooklyn Bellas for the titles.
Oh, the Bellas are back.
Yeah.
One of the jobbers is Carissa Rivera, who has been on NXT a couple times, and she's also dating Kona Reeves, and I'm in love with her. If you watch the NXT recaps, you know how much I'm in love with her.
Yeah.
He is a fan.
She's super hot,
Yeah.
and she was in this match. We see Paige watching the match backstage.
Weird.
We'll get back to that later.
Right.
And it's not a complete squash match, but the Iconics get the win, of course. After the match, Kayla Braxton walks up to Paige. She's like, Paige, what are you doing here?
Why are you here?
You don't belong here anymore.
Yeah.
The fuck? And Paige says she wanted to get a closer look at the new women's tag team champions. And she says, next week is the Superstar Shakeup, baby girl, sweetheart. And next week, I'm bringing my own tag team next week, baby girl, sweetheart, baby girl.
Sonya and Mandy Rose. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Sonya and Mandy Rose? They're already there.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Good Lord. I think it's
That's
gonna
who
be...
she came out.
That was part of her thing, right?
When she came back.
That'd be cool if she manages
Them
someone.
again.
You know what? I think it's perfect. Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. Because they need someone to talk for them. And Paige could be their manager.
That's
Interesting.
true.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
I
kinda
think that'd
like
be
that.
great.
So Io Shirai just leaves after
Yeah,
a short time? Yeah, why not?
why not?
Yeah.
So I think that'd
And
be
then they
cool.
bring the NXT tag titles to NXT and defend them there, maybe.
Yeah, it seems like Paige is going to manage a tag team. It might as well be Kairi and Io because they can't really speak English well.
Yeah.
So that would be great.
Yeah.
You know, Paige is good on the mic. Next up, the best in the world comes out to the ring. No, it's not CM Punk. No, it's Shane. He gets in the ring with the trophy displayed next to him. He has a black eye,
Yeah.
which I guess they put that on him.
This
Makeup.
segment was so stupid.
It really was. He brags about beating The Miz at WrestleMania, and he shits on Miz Dad. He calls himself the best in the world, and the crowd chants for CM Punk. He then tells Greg Hamilton, the ring announcer, to get in the ring, and he asks him, why didn't you introduce me earlier? And Greg says, well, actually, a lot of fans threatened to hurt me if I introduced you again.
I knew I shouldn't have tweeted that.
So
You have a family? I'm coming for your family.
Yeah, right.
Shane's like, yeah, well, you'll get that here in Brooklyn.
Greg Hamilton, we coming for you.
Oh, my God. So Shane's like, yeah, well, you'll get that in Brooklyn. You know, these people are, you know, this is Brooklyn after all.
Yeah.
But, you know, Brooklyn is the greatest city because I live here. It's like, well, do you like it or do you hate it?
Yeah, what's the story?
Well, he
then?
said New York, but
You're confusing me, bro.
I thought he said Brooklyn. He said Brooklyn.
I don't think he lives in Brooklyn.
Okay.
He said
It's
New
a
York.
TV show, Eric. You don't think Shane McMahon has multiple properties?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Probably has a place in Brooklyn.
I'm sure he has a place in Manhattan.
You know, The Undertaker's not really from Death Valley.
Oh my God, that was coming out of my mouth, Andrew. I was waiting for a pause, and it was like I was like waiting. I was like, all right, Death Valley, Death Valley, Death Valley. That's hilarious.
Who else is from parts unknown?
All right, let's just move
The
on.
missing link.
No, seriously, this is going to go on like 10 minutes. Let's just move on.
Let's get back to Idiot Hamilton, the ring announcer
Watch
guy.
it.
So Shane tells him, you know, you have to introduce me anyway. So Greg Hamilton starts to do it, but Shane says that's not good enough. Do it with conviction. He keeps trying, but Shane doesn't like it. He's also pulling Greg by his tie, so he's choking while he's trying to do the intro. He's like, the best in the world! And Shane's like, what's wrong? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Honestly, I thought the third one was the best one.
Yeah.
So Shane, he pulls him by his tie. They walk up the ramp. They get on the stage, and Shane says, all right, you got one more chance. And he does a really good one, and Shane lets him go, and that's it.
The end.
Like, I thought for sure he was going to knock him out as soon as he was done.
And where the
Yeah.
hell's the Miz?
Miz is dead.
But Shane's
Well,
fine.
Shane said I put down Miz's dad. Like, he murdered him.
Yeah, put him down.
Yeah.
Put him down. But
Old
next
Yeller.
up, we have the Hardy Boys versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Titles. This is the first time ever these two are fighting.
Yeah.
And that's actually legit this time.
It is.
Matt hits a Twist of Fate. Jeff hits the Swanton Bomb. And the Hardy Boys become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
And new.
And
They're
why
they're
wasn't
also-
this on WrestleMania?
And why?
Yeah. They're also dressed like they were for their debut.
Yeah,
Like they're how they used to dress like 25 years ago. or
Jeff
whatever.
didn't even have face paint.
No.
Yeah.
After the match, though, Lars Sullivan comes out. He gives Jeff the freak accident and Matt a flying headbutt. It kind of reminded me when Brock Lesnar, didn't he debut by beating them up?
On a Raw after Mania.
Yeah.
And he
Are
beat
you
up the
serious?
Hardys. Yes.
that's
And then a couple weeks later, the Hardy Boys smartened up and got chairs.
Yeah, but that didn't help.
I mean, it did. They knocked him out of the ring.
Yeah. And that's when he like almost killed himself flying out of the
That's
ring.
right, yeah. But it's like, come on,
But
Hardys.
still, you have a guy beat up like two former world champions, you know what I mean?
Right.
Tag champions.
Yep.
Very easily.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, easy.
So
Well, do you know why?
why?
You know why he did that?
Oh, why?
'cause he's a monster.
Oh, that's right.
Interesting.
And they have glass jaws. Next up, Becky Two Belts comes out for SmackDown. And she basically says what she said on Raw.
Yeah, says the
Not
exact
much
same
different.
thing.
Yeah.
She says Lacey attacking her reminded her that she has a target on her back and she has to do double duty. Becky leaves the ring, holds up both titles on the stage, but when she turns around, Lacey Evans hits her with the woman's right.
That's what it's called?
That's what it's
Yeah.
called, yeah. Yep.
That's right.
That's what it was called in NXT as well.
Honestly, when she hit her with it on Monday, Becky didn't really sell it very much. She sold the hell out of it tonight.
I guess on Monday she was facing her, so she kind of saw it coming. But this one, it's like, I didn't see it
She
coming.
turned into it.
But
Maybe
she was, like,
she didn't
wobbling
know,
to
like,
get up.
oh, that's your move.
Right.
Right.
I thought you
I
were
don't know
just
you.
punching me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, Evans pulls it off, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like she's really punching her, so
Right.
it's nice. Then finally, for the main event, we have the New Day versus The Bar and Drew McIntyre. Before the match starts, Sami Zayn comes out to the stage, but then says, yeah, you're not worth it, and he leaves.
That's it.
All right.
The bell rings right away, and then they start the match.
They have the match. Kofi gets the win after hitting Sheamus with Trouble in Paradise. And then Kofi's wife and kids get in the ring, and everyone celebrates.
Yep.
Nice
Awesome.
moment for Kofi.
The New Day riding high.
The New Day
Yeah.
riding high, yes. All right, well, that's all for Raw and SmackDown. So now it's time for some awards.
Boom.
Who'd you have for worst dressed?
If I can pull it up.
I had Ali the robot.
Ali the Robot.
I had drug using from Kingsman Mojo Rawley.
That's what I had. Yeah.
yeah.
What is that blue shit on his face, man?
Right.
Best dressed?
Alexa Bliss.
I had Lacey Evans.
Welcome back.
Lacey Evans was great.
Alexa Bliss won. She swept best dressed at WrestleMania, and I had to give it to her again. She was in her wrestling gear, but she still looked phenomenal.
She
She did.
Worst acting? Speaking of worst dressed,
Yeah.
I had Mojo Rawley. Why weren't you at Mania?
Yeah.
I don't know, just come out, dude.
I had the puppet buzzard.
That was my best acting. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I had Mojo as well. That was retarded.
Yeah.
Best acting?
New Day.
New Day, the air guitar.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That was great.
Man.
I had Big E doing the splits.
I had Sammy, but it's got to be New Day.
Yeah. Sweep it.
Just the New Day doing the guitar.
Sweet it.
Right.
Yeah.
Worst comments?
Yeah. You're not worth it from Sammy. That was just kind of underwhelming.
It was.
Yeah.
So
I
it's...
Like
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
night before he says go to hell, and then he just says you're not worth it.
Yeah.
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 I had congrats to Carmella for defeating Andre the Giant.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Corey Graves, when Sami Zayn returns, Michael Cole was like, Michael Cole said, yes, Sami Zayn had shoulder surgery or he said he had surgery on both shoulders. And then Corey Graves said, yes, it was the right one and the left one. That's what Corey Graves said.
I wonder if he meant that as a joke.
Right.
It did not sound like a joke. All right, what about best comments?
Corey Graves said George Mizanin had a flashback to when he was the toughest guy at the REO Speedwagon concert.
Okay.
That's good. I just had Elias. I get it. You're a fan. But mark my words. Next one up means a dead man.
Yeah, that was
good.
great. Yeah.
Boom.
I had New Day introducing Kofi as the, like they used to do with their tag titles.
Right. That was good.
I had that. Worst match?
I had the Iconics versus Jobbers.
That's correct.
For your first,
Hey, they're the Brooklyn Bellas.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. I had Kofi versus Seth
Yeah.
because of the ending to it.
Okay.
Just awful.
Super slow-mo?
The first 6-man
That is
tag
correct.
match on SmackDown.
Sweep it.
Yeah.
Best match?
I had Kofi versus Seth.
Okay.
While they were fighting, it was really good.
Yeah, but they have to find out how it closes.
Right,
You
yeah.
have to end a match.
Right.
Sammy Finn, I thought was a great match.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. That's
Right.
That's a better.
Sammy and Balor, for
yeah,
sure.
So we'll sweep that.
Worst move?
Sammy tripping out of the curtain when he came back.
Yeah, but it looked like he did it on purpose.
I know, but it's like why do it on purpose?
Let me tell you
Being
why.
goofy.
Because pratfalls are funny.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess. He looked drunk, is what it was.
Yeah.
Because even walking down to the ring, he's like,
Yeah.
I had Braun trying to lift Joe.
Yeah, Braun can't lift Joe.
Right, yeah.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
Best move?
Big E doing the splits.
Yeah. That's
Oh
what I
my
had.
God. Sweep it. Good one. Good one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Worst moment?
The fucking bar.
The fucking bar.
Well, that's weird. We all wrote the fucking bar.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Sweep it. Best
Yeah.
moment?
This is a couple of moments. What did you have, Eric?
I put Hardy's winning the title.
Not bad.
Also, Kofi being introduced as WWE champion.
Yeah, like Kofi and Seth at the beginning
Yeah,
of Raw.
right.
That was a friggin' moment.
That
We
was
were all-
probably the best
We were all
moment.
screaming like, "This is awesome! This is
Yeah.
amazing! I
That was
have
great.
goosebumps!"
Yeah.
All of those things.
I had the Undertaker. I did. You popped for it. Everyone popped for it.
Everyone always pops
Everyone
for
who's
the
saying
Taker.
they didn't, they did.
Yeah.
He did. It's not like he had a wrestling match, but when Elias, I was right next to you, Eric, so you could vouch for this. When Elias said the first part of it, when he goes, every superstar wants to make their name on Elias. I get it. You're a fan. I went to you and I was like, oh my God, he's going to say dead man and then gong. And then he goes, you're a dead man. And then I screamed and everyone else
You
screamed.
said, "Mark me." The next one interrupt me, and he paused, and that's when you said, "It's a dead man."
That's-
and then he went,
Joe said
"It's
that.
a dead man."
Shut up. That was me.
Well, it
No,
rhymed.
that was Joe.
No, that
he
was me.
leaned over and said it to us.
All right. Anyway,
Thanks for playing along, dickface.
I don't like where this was going, so I shut it down.
Yes, no, I
all-
can
we're
vouch
all
for you.
very-
Andrew did say
We're
it.
all in very little sleep, and we're all a little edgy right,
Right,
now.
yeah.
So
I
I
think
said,
so.
I
I'm just
said,
shutting it down.
I said so many times, like, I was a day late.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd take her for best moment.
All
All
right.
right, fair enough.
We all had a different best moment, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's usually not the case.
No,
so I guess it
no.
was.
So it was decent. It was
I
a
guess
decent,
it was. They were pretty good shows.
Yeah, decent
Yeah.
shows.
All right, so that's all for awards. Now it's time for some breaking news. So EC3 had a dark match before SmackDown, and he's got a new manager.
What? Hold on. I don't know this.
Yeah, you want to take a guess? This should be trivia.
Man or woman?
This should be trivia.
Man.
Is a man, baby. This should be trivia. It'd be so great.
Interesting. Is it Rockstar Spud?
Yes, it is.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
What a weird guess. What a horrible manager.
how many managers
for
are there?
EC3? Yeah, I guess. Right.
Oh, well, by the way, I think he was his manager in TNA. Yeah.
Weird for
Or
them to
they-
copy that.
Either that or a pairing, because Dixie Carter tweeted, "Oh wow, EC3 and Drake Maverick together. Wow, that's a great original idea."
Oh, for sure. Then they were together.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know if it was a tag team or a
Right.
manager thing, but
Why
yeah.
the hell would they copy that?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, this worked. No, nothing worked in TNA.
Right.
Outside of Hogan, Sting, or Beer Money, nothing worked in TNA.
Right. I also have WWE and what's the other company that they're teaming up to do documentaries with?
A&E.
A&E. So WWE and A&E are teaming up to produce 5 documentaries.
On Wrestling Legends.
And it's going to be Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Booker T.
Warrior?
Is it Ric Flair?
Rick Rude?
Rick Rude? No, I thought there
I don't
was bigger
remember.
names than that.
Yeah,
Right.
Two other
yeah.
huge
Because
names.
Flair just did one. I couldn't imagine it was Flair.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyway,
whatever.
yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
All right.
So
I was a little unprepared this week.
it's going to be Macho Man,
There you
Roddy
go.
Piper, Booker T, Stone Cold, and Shawn Michaels.
So I can't wait for that.
Great.
Yeah, that's gonna. If
all
they
of
do them
those.
all in a week, that'll be amazing.
no.
We haven't
they
really
won't.
seen like a long Shawn Michaels one.
Right?
No.
We've seen bits and
Yeah,
pieces
I mean,
in
they've-
other documentaries.
They've made DVDs, you
Yeah.
know, but it'll be interesting to see when another company's doing it. You know?
Right, for sure.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
What else you got, Eric?
Wait, hold on. Wait. So on this, the 3 films are currently in pre-production, slated to go into spring, which is Macho Man, Rowdy Piper, and Billy Corbin. Oh, I thought it was going to say Corgan.
He's the director.
Those are slated to debut spring 2020, and the Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels will air in 2021.
Well, they gotta pay.
Got to
some.
do it.
Oh,
they
all
just
right.
announced
Announced it,
Yeah,
so
when
now
you
they gotta
announce
do
a
it.
movie's getting made, it takes a couple years.
Right, so I guess Booker, Piper, and Macho Man will be in 2020.
Cool.
I've got some news.
Yeah.
Dasha Fuentes is no longer with WWE. So what's that about?
Did WWE say that?
That's a rumor, Joe.
Oh no, it's confirmed.
By who?
Like a few wrestlers said goodbye to her on Twitter.
It's yeah. Dasha Fuentes is gone. Again, she was never that good.
Yeah.
So
She was very pretty, though.
Yeah.
sure, that's how she got the job. Anything else?
I don't think there's much news
For
this
news?
week. Yeah.
All right, well then let's get to rumors.
Rumors!
Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe!
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet!
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance!
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed!
All right, so we've got a few things. After confronting Elias, we could see that match at Saudi Arabia.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Wow, whoever thought of that's a smart person.
Exactly. Also, Brock.
It's gonna end the same way too.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins as the opener was a late change to WrestleMania 35, according to Wrestling Observer. It was switched after the kickoff started, and Hogan didn't even know why Paul Heyman was coming out during his promo.
Right.
Because Paul Heyman just marches out, and Hogan's still doing brother poses with Alexa.
What are you doing out there, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that is hard to believe because it's WrestleMania and it's so. But, it could happen.
Wrestling Observer also said that AJ Styles is listed by WWE as having a hip injury.
Okay.
So
Well, he
maybe-
wasn't on SmackDown.
Yeah, we may see a little bit less of AJ Styles.
All right.
He's a family
Yeah.
guy. Like, he probably needs the breaks, whatever
Yeah.
he can get him.
Yeah.
They also say call-ups have been discussed for Kairi Sane and Candice LeRae. I don't think it's time to bring Candice LeRae up. I think she needs to be the one to take out Baszler.
I mean, it kind of seems like that's where they're headed right now. I mean, it's
Yeah.
early, but Candice LeRae on NXT, has been just again recently saying, I want to be NXT champ, so
Yeah.
that would be nice. Oh, I mean, Gargano and, Johnny and Candice as the champs together on NXT, that'd be a great moment.
That'd be great. Last one I got is according to Squared Circle Sirens, who say that there's a German documentary on WWE's tryouts in Germany. They said that they confirmed to them that they're doing a third Mae Young Classic this year.
Right.
So we'll see that probably in September.
Right. Also, Dean Ambrose left. It seems like he might just be leaving for a while to take a break, and he might come back. He's
Yeah.
also being offered, massive deals by all the other companies, including AEW. So
I'm sure.
I mean, if he doesn't go back to WWE, that's where I expect him to show up.
Yeah.
AEW.
But it seemed like
obviously.
they really welcomed his departure. So I feel like he had and anything can change, obviously, right?
Right.
Anything can change, but I really feel like he promised Vince he wouldn't go somewhere else. Like it was something like that.
it could be something like that.
I'm a man of my word. If I do come back to wrestling, I'll come back to WWE.
Yeah, I just need a break.
I just need a
Let's
mental
AEW doubles my contract.
Yeah.
break. Sure. Money talks.
Money talks.
But again, I don't think they could pay him more than WWE. But again, they're throwing out some pretty hefty numbers.
Well, they have a way smaller roster.
Yeah.
True.
And so I think they could. I think that's why Jericho says it was the biggest contract he's ever got in wrestling, because he was never the highest paid in WWE.
No.
And he's the biggest star AEW has. So
Again,
Right.
he just said the best contract I've ever signed. Not really said it was
he
the
said
highest money.
He did.
He
say
said it was the
that.
best contract.
He said it was the most he's ever made in a contract in wrestling. He said.
But again, I think it's because he got a piece of the company. But we've talked about that.
But
Which
even
would
if
be a great deal for him.
But even if they paid him $3 million a year, that's more than he ever made in WWE in a year.
You don't think he ever made that much?
Not
in
as
all
a
this
base
time?
contract.
No.
Like the top guys, Seth, I think when we looked, got $2 million or something like that. Like that's what those guys get. Brock gets 12.
Yeah.
Cena gets 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Times is reporting that WrestleMania 37 is going to be taking place in Los Angeles in the new Inglewood Stadium.
The LA Times is saying that it's gonna be there?
Yes,
Huh.
because that's when the new stadium for the Chargers and Rams will be finished. It'll be ready by then.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense that they would do that.
Yeah.
they had WrestleMania in the Niners' new stadium the year it opened.
Okay.
So they like to do that with like, oh, it's a new stadium there. You know,
Yeah.
the AT&T Stadium. Oh, that's a new stadium. We're going there.
Right. Plus, so, this year is New York. Next year will be Tampa, and
Right.
then they'll go to the other side of the country.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yes, they will.
Yep.
What is this? It says Vince McMahon punishes person responsible for ruining WrestleMania event with botch. The heart of the matter. Fightful Selectors reported that referee Rod Zapata was pulled aside by Vince and subsequently fined for what happened in the main event finish, suggesting that he was partially, if not totally, responsible for what happened. What the fuck was he supposed to do? Like, if that was when the match was supposed to end, was he supposed to not count the 3?
Right.
And just roll her up again? I don't know. That doesn't really make sense.
Well, if you read the rest of the article, it said that he started his count too soon.
He did.
And threw off Becky and Ronda, which is why there wasn't a kick out.
Oh, so he should have waited till her shoulders were down to start counting?
Yeah.
He jumped the gun.
It's like
But
they were
that-
still
but
struggling to get
if
it
it's
over.
a roll-up, you want it to be fast. I don't know. It's weird. I wouldn't
Right.
necessarily blame the ref.
You know how like the refs fall to
Yeah.
start counting?
Yeah.
Sometimes they count that,
Right.
and sometimes they don't. So
Right.
that also
Sometimes
threw
they'll
off.
fall, then start, and he
Right.
fell and started at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Also, Enzo and Cash showed up to the G1 Supercard show and fought a bunch of people, and people weren't sure if it was a work or not, even though if you watched it, it was a total work.
But the big argument that was it a work, was it not, on the pay-per-view stream, for people who were streaming it, it was not on the screen. They didn't show it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So only people who were there live actually saw it happen.
But if you watched the brawl, it was a wrestling brawl.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And security was standing right there. They didn't grab Biggie or Enzo.
Right.
Or, I'm sorry, Biggie. Big Cass or Enzo.
Right.
But Fightful is reporting that they both have signed with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
them
They
show
went
up.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it together.
Right. Any
Right.
other rumors?
No, I think that's all for the week.
Well, then it's trivia time.
All right. Would you guys like to play together or separate? Eric, you make the call.
I don't care.
Play together.
All right.
Kumbaya.
I want to fight against Eric. I need a redemption. He's beaten me 2 weeks in a row.
So this was the Raw After Mania. It was obviously a big show.
Yep.
So I went back to last year's Raw After Mania. Let's see how much you guys can remember from that.
Ugh.
So, how many? Who were the NXT call-ups?
That's the question.
Yeah, I've got like 3 questions.
How many call-ups were there? I mean,
3.
NXT call-ups. The Raw
Andrade?
After Mania. No. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if we're gonna.
1 female debuted.
Drew McIntyre.
No.
No.
What? I thought that was actually. So when did he do it? The next week, maybe?
Ember Moon.
He might have shown up on SmackDown. This is just the
that's
Raw
it.
After Mania.
Ember Moon.
Ember Moon.
Yeah.
No Way Jose.
No Way Jose.
Good lord.
And AOP.
Okay.
Those
All
are the
right.
3.
All right.
And then who retired from in-ring competition
At Raw.
at Raw? Come on. That was the easy one. 1 year ago,
1 year ago,
someone retired.
who retired from in-ring
In-ring
competition. Was
competition.
their last match was on Raw, or they retired?
No, they retired.
They had a match at Mania.
No. Oh, this is really obvious.
Dolph
guys.
Ziggler. I don't know.
Paige.
March. Oh.
Paige
That's
retired.
not obvious. Come on.
All right, okay. Do you guys remember?
I mean, that was like she hasn't wrestled in like 8 months before that when she said it.
Right. All right, who interrupted Elias?
I mean, this is a year ago. It's
Yeah.
like not even a
I don't
memorable.
remember last
big-
week.
a big
Not even a
return.
memorable show. A big return. I don't know. Ambrose.
We didn't like it.
We didn't like it.
We still don't like this guy. He's in our song.
Lashley.
Yeah, Lashley.
Oh, right.
Of
Of
course.
course. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll. Damn. Joe brought 2 hard questions.
I
Usually
think
you
we're
guys are
just
great.
That
so
show
dead,
sucked.
We can't
I
even
think that's what it is. I think you. We're all just so tired.
That Raw after
Right.
Mania sucked.
Yeah.
Who called up? No Way Jose. Who returned? Bobby Lashley.
That's true.
Yeah.
Who retired? Paige.
True.
All right, let's get to some fan questions, and then we'll get out of here.
All right.
Trace Browning, if you could reassign a current wrestler's theme to a different wrestler, which theme would you pick? For me, I'd like to see Corbin and Baszler's theme on someone else.
Yeah, Corbin's
Clearly.
scene is wasted on Corbin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see like Ziggler or maybe even Bobby Roode to come out to Sexy Boy.
Right. Tony Vasquez, over under 5. How many women has Lars Sullivan already sexual harassed backstage?
Under 5?
Yeah.
100?
Over.
500.
For sure. Paul to DeB, who loses the title first, Kofi or Seth?
Excellent question. Now that's a question.
That's
Yeah.
a good question.
Good question. I'm going to say Kofi. I think
Yeah.
Seth's got to run with this title for a while.
You
Yeah.
can't. You don't beat Brock and then drop it
Right.
soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Roman would
Like,
still
I don't
probably
think-
be the champion if he didn't get sick.
Probably.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think either of them are going to have a relatively short reign. They'll probably have it for a few months, but I think, yes, it might be Kofi before Seth.
I think it's like the lock of the century. It's Kofi before Seth.
Yeah.
Jesus G, who's WWE casting in the next ThanksKilling, and who's getting stuffed?
Oh, my God.
That's fantastic.
The only person crazy enough to have sex with that thing is Nikki Cross.
Yes.
So she's
Yeah.
getting stuff. Do we have to? Was it not? Was it a hypothetical?
That was a hypothetical. Yeah. Jesus, you're not supposed to answer that question. All right. Wayne Swigart, what kind of superstar shakeups would you guys like to see? Don't forget to factor in the fact that SmackDown's going to Fox. I think Roman should go to SmackDown.
I do, but that means like anyone else you put on SmackDown obviously isn't going to ever become champion.
Well, yeah,
Not necessarily. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
move Roman. He's a good guy to try to move.
Balor.
Yeah.
Kind of restart things.
Balor would have a good SmackDown.
Again, I
title
want
run.
Balor to fight Daniel Bryan at some
Yeah.
point. Casey Bailey will Vince bury Aleister Black in the reborn Wyatt family.
Oh, I hope not, but probably.
I guess just keep him as a tag team then.
yeah.
Right.
Brian Land, what will happen first? Lars Sullivan pulls a Snitsky and punts the baby, or Lars Sullivan becomes the next victim of name shortening and just simply becomes Lars.
Name
For sure.
shortening.
By next week, he's Lars.
Yeah.
He's Lars. Raphael B, do you guys think a Raw superstar should take the SmackDown Women's Championship to SmackDown next week like Natalya? What? Oh, like Natalya wins the Women's Championship? No. No, definitely not. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
And no. El Idolo, what would be the stipulation if Joe and Eric had a match? Timothy Wilson replied, pizza on a pole.
Pizza?
We'd both fight for that pizza.
We
Yeah,
have
we
to
would.
finish the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we'd both be taking bites.
Yeah.
Like a
That's a little
pizza
weird.
eating contest.
Yeah. And then you guys meet in the middle. Fulfilling the prophecy.
Fulfilling the prophecy.
Yeah.
Krell Johnson, if you were only given a choice to swap Dean Ambrose's The Lunatic Fringe nickname for another wrestler's nickname, i.e. the Big Dog Roman Reigns, who would you swap it with?
The glorious Dean Ambrose. The Southern Belle, Dean Ambrose.
The Scottish psychopath,
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose.
Robert Medellin would have been better if the Undisputed Era interrupted Kofi and Seth, of course.
Yeah.
Brad Ferguson, how loud was the crowd's reaction for Roman's WrestleMania entrance? It seemed very quiet watching it on TV. It wasn't that loud.
Right.
Like, you could hear the women screaming.
Yeah.
There were some boos, but overall it was like,
That
whatever.
that reminded me of something. Quick story
People
from
were
Raw.
walking out too at that time. Some
Yeah.
people.
Quick story at Raw. They always do like sign of the night, and they're going around sign to sign to sign, and the lady reads them out, and then they go to one. I guess the
It was
cameraman.
Mike Rome, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it was the girl, that lady.
Well, Mike Rome was there. Mike Rome was doing it.
Oh, okay, whatever. Doesn't,
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
The lady said, "What sign of the night?" And then I think Mike was announcing.
Okay, yeah. I guess the cameraman saw one that just said Roman, so they go up to it and it says, "Is it too soon to boo Roman?" And then the camera just starts panning around, all crazy,
Yeah,
looking for another.
They
sign.
realized what they did. They were like, oh, fuck, no, not that one.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny.
It's great.
Damien Kitt, what about a new evolution? Bobby Roode as Triple H, Chad Gable as Orton, Lars Sullivan as Batista, and Triple H as Ric Flair.
Take out
Sure,
Gable.
take out Gable.
Take
Gotta
out
be
Gable.
somebody better.
I mean, we thought this was a possibility a couple years ago where it could have been Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens,
Samoa Joe,
and Triple H.
Triple H.
Yeah.
That would be like Holy shit, good.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh my god.
I would almost want to see Ricochet instead of Orton as the Orton character. Kind of like the younger guy.
I don't know if he can be a
Be
bad
good too. Yeah,
He might be.
I think
able
it'd be
to.
good.
Yeah, I think he was in what's the
Ring of Honor,
Not Ring of Honor, the other one he was in.
Lucha House Party.
Lucha Underground.
He was on that.
Yeah.
Well, I might want to watch.
That's
some
where
of
he
those
last
episodes.
was.
Yeah. He was Prince Puma.
Leonard Roan.
They have a mask.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, cool.
He wore Prince Puma tights on NXT once for one of the takeovers. The one where he fought Velveteen Dream.
Oh, nice.
He was basically Prince
That makes
Puma.
sense.
Yeah.
Leonard Roan Jr. Why was Kurt staring at Lars' tits? Why was he, Eric?
Because he was eye level with them.
Eye level with him, yeah.
Look at Kurt had the dumb face when Lars came in the ring. He was just like,
Yeah.
thought he was reading some text again.
Right.
Jordan, this may be more of a bracket idea, but if you could attend any one particular wrestling pay-per-view, which one would it be?
I've always wanted to see Money in the Bank.
Yeah?
After watching that WrestleMania, though, that was like incredible to watch.
Yeah.
Max Allgood, is it worth going to WrestleMania?
This year
It was this year.
It's always a gamble.
Last year, no.
No.
Now, granted, I would have went anyway
Dallas,
to see...
yes.
Yes, Dallas, yes. Granted, I would have went last year to see TakeOver. And again,
Right.
As well as this year, TakeOver is always the best.
Yeah.
But it was worth it this year. Gabriel Ballin, who will be fighting at WrestleMania 36 in an advertiser match. Undertaker, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, or Ronda Rousey. All of them.
Probably.
Yeah, probably Brock, for sure.
Yeah.
Good brother Elias, Bray Wyatt's dick sock is really creepy, huh?
Ew.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Liger Locks, try to book a worst ending to Raw if you can, please. Also, shouldn't Dean's farewell been the main event? Yes, of
It
course.
should have.
Adrian Blue Jay, who's going to beat Kofi?
That's a good question. We have this like idea of Kevin Owens. We talked about like
but it
Kevin
seems
Owens
like
might
he's
cost
staying
him the match.
babyface now.
I don't know. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing Owens beat him.
got to wait for the superstar shakeup.
Yeah.
Matt Hansen, Pete Dunne versus Seth Rollins. Who doesn't want that? Again, Pete Dunne's a good name to be called for the superstar shakeup next week.
Right.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Franklin Romero, you guys going to Mania in Tampa next year? Are we doing
That's
it?
probably the plan as of right now.
I don't know if
We'll see.
we would do like what we did this one, like Thursday
No,
to
probably not.
Tuesday.
Well, last year we did just like the 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but TakeOver was on Saturday.
Yeah.
It seems like moving forward, TakeOver is going to be on Friday.
We'll see.
I might just go for TakeOver.
Right.
And then come back.
I mean, that's the if I had to
Screw
pick,
Mania.
it's always going to be TakeOver. If I'm picking one show, I don't want to be there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
guys, make the podcast huge and then make us go.
Yeah.
Travis Ulrich, Pushfire Barry, Biggie eating meat while staring at Daniel Bryan.
That was great.
Biggie telling Biggie telling King Booker, you just went full Byron Saxton, or Biggie doing the splits.
Push Biggie eating meat.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Bury the splits.
And fire the other one.
That is correct.
Yeah.
B. White, which belt do you think Becky will drop first?
SmackDown.
You think she'll drop one of them, huh?
Yeah, I think she'll keep the Raw and be on Raw.
Again, I like the idea. It seems like they're not
think
going to
she'll
do it
drop
now.
both first.
I wish they would unify all the titles, but it looks like they're not going to.
Yeah.
Jay Benjamin, how long before Crazy Mojo wins the WWE title? Never.
Yeah.
Never,
The thing
ever.
about that is I think with them going to Fox, they can't be like, what do you mean the champ isn't going to be on the show every single week?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't think they'll merge. I
No.
think
Yeah.
they'll separate the women's eventually again.
Yeah.
Darth Haunter, if you were to bury any superstar in a pet cemetery to bring them back, who would it be?
Oh God,
I
this is
think
the weirdest.
Macho Man.
Yeah,
I think
Macho
that's
Man.
easy. It's Macho Man.
Yeah.
The greatest passed away wrestler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we have a bracket for that? Greatest passed away wrestler?
Yeah, we just did it. It's Macho Man.
I mean, Macho Man
that's it.
wins, but who gets second place?
Mr.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of good ones, but because there's also a lot of them. There's
Right.
a lot of dead wrestlers.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All
All
right.
right. Well, that is the show. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Check out our website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like the show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling. We have t-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/what'swrongwithwrestling for just $19.99. And you become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/what'swrongwithwrestling for the WrestleMania recap, TakeOver New York recap, the Hogan debate that Joe and Eric did. People commented they really liked the Hogan debate, so I would go check that out. It got a little awkward and heated.
It did, but it was good.
I felt uncomfortable.
Good.
But ultimately, it was really good. We got to do another one of those debates.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. $5 gets you everything you need.
Yeah.
Just try it. Just try it. We got almost 500 people on the thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Clearly, we're doing something right.
Be a bandwagon fan, you know, like most WWE fans.
It's growing, guys, and we thank everyone that's listening right now. Appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do like a chant, like, you know, at Raw and SmackDown, they do chants that, even chants that suck, fans still do it, like feed me more. Yeah. Like, join Patreon. Join Patreon.
Yeah.
Join Patreon. I guess we'll have to work on that.
We will.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, it kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big players, pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every shirt most loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric Gallo push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Kubler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Always kill
Lashley.